Over the last 25 years, I've had the privilege of interviewing and highlighting some truly interesting people. Everyone who is anyone, both the famous and the infamous. From presidents and their first ladies to kings and queens, movie stars and pop stars, captains of industry, heads of state, sports personalities, innovative entrepreneurs, and some pretty fascinating everyday people. Today, I'm proud to introduce you to Ruslan Desyatnikov, who is dedicated to sharing his knowledge and experience as CEO of one of the top quality assurance companies in the world. Ruslan, it's a pleasure to talk to you.
Hi, Star. Thank you so much for inviting me. It's a pleasure and honor to be here.
When did you decide to focus your career on becoming an entrepreneur?
I was thinking throughout my whole career, at some point of time, I will start entrepreneurship career. But I start thinking after 13 years I spent in the corporate environments, I felt that I feel comfortable and confident that I can do something bigger and play a little bigger role. And I always were looking for challenges. And 13 years down the road, I started my company basically 10 years ago. After I started 23 years ago, my career in QA, in quality assurance, that's where my journey began.
So, why did you choose QA as a field?
To be honest with you, I didn't choose this career. The career chose me. I end up in this field by accident. I had a very hard time looking for a job and finding the job after I graduated from Baruch College after getting my bachelor's degree in computer information system. And I was struggling looking for a job. 3 months after looking, I finally get the offer from the startup company in New York City. And they offered me a job, which I never heard before, junior tester. I had absolutely nothing on the table, no other options. And even though the job pays twice as less than the market pays at that time, I still proceed and I still wanted to try. And from that point of time, I never regret that, you know, the God put me on the path of quality assurance and testing field. 23 years after, I still excited be in this field and play this role and do the testing.
So, you have built your company from the ground up, Ruslan. What are some of the challenges you faced in doing so?
Boy, there were a lot of challenges, especially at the beginning. It was very difficult to start due to the financial situation. I utilized my own money, my own savings. I never wanted to take any loans or utilize money from the investors. I wanted to be responsible for my own investments, and if I fail, you know, there is nobody to blame me on, right? And I wanted to try to start my career. That was the major challenges with the entrepreneurship business. Obviously, other challenges were there was not a single client initially when we started. It took a while for us to close the first deal. Obviously, it was very, happy moment and a very challenging time because the clients were not very easy to onboard, and we were looking and searching, and that was the major challenge. The other challenges were that it was not very easy to hire best experienced talent because they all were looking for very high salaries. So we took a different approach. We start with the junior resources. We were training them, guiding them, mentoring them, grooming them, because that was the only option at that time on the table. With limited budgets, we were supposed to operate. Other challenges were that not every company wanted to do testing or believe in testing. Typically, the nature was that developers were doing testing, and it was very difficult to convince senior management to have this independent, unbiased assessment to be done by a quality assurance and testing services providers. So that was a challenge to convince why testing is important and why it's necessary. So those were the major challenges faced at that time.
So you outlined very clearly challenges that almost every entrepreneur is going to find themselves looking at when they're starting a business from the ground up. So it makes me ask you, what are the rewards associated with owning your own business? Why does QA Mentor Inc. succeed where others have not?
Definitely, to any challenge, there should be the other side, which is rewards. We, like awards and rewards in terms of our clients' success and happiness. This is where the true reward for us is. We want to make sure that the products which we test and getting released out there are successful, and many customers and new clients are utilizing and happy to leverage those products in their day-to-day activities. So for us, rewards are success for our customers and clients, growth, revenue generation from their perspective, from their side, and obviously zero defect leakage, because we truly want to make sure that the products are bug-free, defect-free, and usable, and behaving from the performance perspective very well out there. So that's, to us, that's the rewards section, and that's the true satisfaction. No money, no sort of other recognitions are so important for us other than the client's happiness and their success in terms of the progress and the product maturity, which we try to support.
Oh, so Ruslan, you mean to tell me there's an entrepreneur who puts servicing their clients as their #1 goal, sir?
Yes, absolutely. That's been our goal, and that continue to be our goal. Serving customers, it's #1 priority, understanding their challenges and supporting them all along and be transparent with them. This is our sort of mission and our core values.
Can you share, Ruslan, some of the technical knowledge that really has allowed you to reach your present position? Because it sounds like something that every product that goes on the market actually needs. So I'm sure people want to know what education is required, what kind of skill set. How did you get to where you are today?
IT is changing field. Every time there's a new innovative solutions on the market, new tools, new technologies. Obviously, what we learned 3 years ago could be already outdated. So you constantly need to learn. Throughout my career, starting from the first year, I was saving every penny to try to invest into my education. I was going into the different courses and trainings and webinars and seminars, buying books to continuously educating myself. I continue educating myself even now. Last year, I went back to school again. I took an entrepreneurship certification program from Harvard University, which was very, very interesting and helpful. This March, I completed another entrepreneurship program, how to bring your business to the next level, from Wharton School of Business. I also, 7 years ago, I graduated from Phoenix University with MBA in Technology Management. So I like to learn. Also, we like to provide education to our employees as well. We have our own university, which we built in within QA Mentor, which has over 23 different courses, which we can train our own employees, as well as anybody who wants to learn QA and that particular field.
How would you advise a young person at the start of their career who's literally looking to take a similar path that you did?
I only can encourage because you have to be brave to take this decision. At some point of time in my career, I walked away from a very high-paying job at the financial institution. I pretty much had everything and, a good stability. And I sort of walk away from all of this and go into unknown world, thinking whether I would be able to succeed or not, but I definitely wanted to try. So my recommendation is be brave to try it, but you have to be extremely smart. You have to understand and assess your financial situation, because that's very, very important. At some point of time, if things will not work, you cannot continue going because you can go bankrupt and you can impact your family lives and your financial security, and etc. So you have to be smart in terms of your investment plans and be able to also not to be scared of challenges. There will be a lot of obstacles. There will be a lot of challenges down the road. You will fall. You will hurt yourself. It will be painful. You have to get up and you have to keep going towards your goals. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in your dreams. You have to follow your dreams because that's the only way to succeed. And you have to evaluate your mistakes. There were plenty of mistakes which I did throughout the career. Every time I made a mistake, I evaluated. I tried to figure out what went wrong, and I try not to repeat the same mistake more than twice.
I certainly agree with you, Ruslan. As a matter of fact, one of my very favorite quotes is by Albert Einstein, and he said, "In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity." And that should often be the entrepreneur's creed, because you might have a couple of mountains that you have to climb when you're starting out, but at the end of that road can be tremendous success, especially if you focus on your client and your employees and returning shareholder value. That is the key to a good
100% agreed. 100% agreed.
It's been a pleasure to talk with you, Ruslan, and I wish you the very best with QA Mentor.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time and inviting me to this discussion. Thank you. Good luck.